Good morning, my lovelies. How are we doing? It's a Thursday morning. Weekend is almost here. So this morning, we're going to talk about an author. When we go through life and we try to figure things out, and, those of us that are parents, you remember the why days of your kids. Why? Kids are inquisitive. Well, adults get inquisitive too. And we get inquisitive all through life. And we're inquisitive when we're children asking why. We're inquisitive when we're, adolescents and teenagers trying to figure life out. We're trying to figure out why is this way? We're seeking out knowledge. And we do it as adults. We try and figure out why. What happened with that? Why did that happen? We're always seeking to figure out why. So there's a verse that I love. It's actually two verses that I really love. But Proverbs 3:5. Trust the Lord with all your heart and lean not on your own understanding. Guys, it's good to try and ask why and try and figure things out. But what God doesn't want us doing is He doesn't want us looking for peace in what we're figuring out. Because there's only one that can give us that peace, and that's Him. He didn't come down to earth to bring us peace. He came down to earth to be peace and show us what peace really looks like. And we, those that follow Him, we get to be peacemakers. And that's really what He calls us to be, as peacemakers. When we read a book, we don't always figure out why the author wrote the book. Why did he write the book that way? Why did she write the book that way? Odd. But when it comes to books, the author of this one, we know why he wrote it. I don't look at this as a book. I look at this as a big love letter. And that's really what this is. It's a big love letter. When you're reading through a book, you've got a story and a love letter that has a hero. It has a rescue. It has hope. It has a compelling storyline to follow. So it really is a great love letter. And when you read it through that lens of this is a love letter that's written to me, then it is a living word. It takes on a different life. Once you start to see yourself through the lens of how Christ sees you, and not how the world sees you, or not how you've been lied to by Satan, how you see yourself through Satan's lens, once you stop doing that, guys, it's amazing. I promise you. When I used to look in a mirror, I used to see a stranger looking back at me. For 46 years, I looked at a stranger looking back at me. I had no idea. But every time I brushed my teeth, the stranger would brush their teeth. Every time I brushed my hair, the stranger would brush their hair. It was a complete stranger. Every time I shaved, the stranger would shave. I'm like, wow. But you know what, guys? Now, when I look in the mirror, I don't see a stranger anymore. I see who God sees. I see who God created. And I see Christ inside me. And that was one of the biggest things that I asked for in counseling, as I go through counseling every Wednesday night, is to see myself through the lens of the cross. And That's what he gives us. So he really is an author, guys. And just like I talked about in the video a couple days ago. So when we're trying to figure out why, we get to ask the author. We get to talk to the author. Do you get to do that with your favorite book? No, you don't. You don't get to talk to the author and go, why did you write this? Or why did you do this? But you know what? You and I get to talk to the author. And we get to ask him. And you know what? When we ask him for wisdom and for peace, he promises that and gives it to us. So all we ever need to do is go to him. And that's all I implore you guys to do, is go to him. And open yourself up. You know, guys, when Christ comes back, or when these tents expire and we get in front of that judgment seat, it's too late. At that point in time, it's too late. I don't ever want anybody that I know to go, oh, that's what Jim was talking about. No. Take that chance. What's the worst you gain? Eternal life? That's a beautiful thing. Rather than eternity of condemnation and eternity in hell. I don't want that for anybody, guys. I don't want that for anybody. And I promise you, there's nothing we can do to earn our way there. We can't be good enough. It's our sin nature. We can thank Adam and Eve for that. We can really thank Adam for that. But I love you guys, and I'm going to go get ready to go take Mishka for a walk, because it's a warm morning out, and it's not going to be like that tomorrow morning. And I just pray for all you guys that are in Texas and cold. Anybody in the country that's cold. Texas has really gone through it, and they've been in my prayers. So I love you guys. Have a fantastic day and just a really blessed day. If you ever have any questions, anything, feel free to comment. Feel free to drop me a message. That's what I'm here for. I love you guys.